Shalom, shalom, Israel. Getting right into it. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakadash. Barak Dayah, Barak Dayah, Shai Dabandis to the apostle, elders, bishops, great millstone. My salutation to the brothers, teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect. And to the contrite spirits is returning back to the Most High. You know, all the families out there, men, women, children, blessings. Going to get right into Isaiah 3 and 16. The daughters of Zion, and it proves that we the Israelites. A lot of scriptures prove we. This whole book proves we the Israelites. Israelites, and just going to go ahead and read it because the daughters of Zion. So that's plural. So you know it's talking about our women. When it says daughter, it's talking about Israel, but in a whole, it could relate to Israel too, because a lot of things that are found in our women is found in the state of Israel, meaning, what state we're in as far as a people, meaning that our women are out of order, so there's something wrong with the whole nation. Because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with outstretched necks. This is from the Bible Gateway. You can read it in the King James version, of course. It's saying the same thing basically, just worded different, but same thing. Outstretched necks, and they got a thing called rolling their necks, rolling their eyes. Those little hill dynamics, play a part. And even when even in it says our women are lively. It says glancing wantonly with their eyes, wantonly. I looked up wanton. I'm saying that right. Man, where is it? Well, it means, look at it. It means basically, let me get it right quick. Let me go to I had it in that. It's not it, man. Come on. Yeah, it says resistant to control. That's what they're doing. They're resistant to control. Wanting, lacking, deficient. That's why they put on makeup. That's why they roll in groups, because they want to, they're lacking something. They're lacking, especially with them in their minds, attention, lacking love. So they got women's rights, women liberation. We know it was established by Esau, but that's the kind of ventures and, things that they get into to kind of broadcast and banner their emotions to be recognized, to leave, abandon, give out, misgovernment, Yeah, they can't govern themselves. It's a misgovernment with them. What's another one? That's basically it. Willful, all that independent stuff, like their own personal will, not the Most High's will, but their personal will. Rude, ill-bred, naughty, and they'll tell you themselves that they naughty. Beyonce got a song, "Naughty Girl," and who was that other one? I think she said nasty. I think, but and then what's that other one? Kia, Kaya, talking about my neck, my back, lick and my crack, like all that shit. Like just poorly brought up. Poorly brought up, man. To poor draw. Yeah. So those are the sexual, especially of sexual indulgence. Inhumane, merciless. And that's what they stand to be this day. But let me continue with these curses, man. says, mincing as they go, tinkling with their feet. They wear high heels now to get attention. You know, so you gotta have you have a woman that works in the office, and all the office men like, damn, it's her first day. She wearing high heels, and everybody looking her way like, damn, who is that? You know, um, but they used to wear ornaments around their ankles too. It's gonna say in the on down. Therefore, the Lord will strike with a scab the heads of the daughters of Zion. Now, I looked up, like, Googled Isaiah 3:16, and not pretty. It's pretty much, no women are shown in the Google. I looked up images that they just have a layout of the verse, but they don't have the actual women that it pertains to, because they know that it ain't talking about them. These Edomites know, the so-called white people know that their women don't fit these curses. Neither do these other nations, man. So strike with the scab, and there are brothers that have done videos about the woman, women's hair, their scab, that from all those processed chemicals and products, you know, and you got those Jewish people, uh, they their thing is to shave. They actually purposely shave their heads bald. No, you don't purposely curse yourself. The curses fall upon you. Most High said these curses shall overtake thee. So they're not the children of Israel. They're not the daughters of Zion, man. Going back. And the Lord and the heads of the daughters of Zion. Yeah. And that's how you know it's talking about hair. Just like when it described his head was of wool. It's talking about his hair. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. These devils be trying to talk about it. And the head is not talking about, you know, hair like pure wool, man. Even going back to the Ancient of Days. I just wanted to mention that on the side note. But and the Lord will lay bare their secret parts, man, down under, man. Now they talk about, hey, man, they talk about that like it's, you know like it's a privilege, like it's, like it's a joy to that, man. You are unclean. It says, and they talk about the red light special, like, yeah, uh, even Trina said that, have them F me on my period and all that. That's just grotesque, man. That's what women have you doing. That women, they always talk about the men. Women get men into that shit. That's how nasty they are, man. I'm not talking about all women, but I'm saying this is the most part. This is mostly our women. You see what's happening in the industry. Even with that P Diddy thing, we gonna mention him every now and then. But all the women that he's been with are they saying that they're victims. They were getting down with. Hey, come on, man. Jennifer Lopez, she was married to the dude, defending him the first time around, and nobody's talking about that she's a slut or she's a part of this, ring of this debauchery. She just innocent. She was whatever. So that's how you know. Another case of the so-called black man being the cattle, the scapegoat, whatever, the guinea pig. But yeah, he's fucked up, and there's a lot of industry, all them industry ass demons of our people are fucked up. Even them church people, they more fucked up than you know. They on the same level as Diddy. That damn demon TD snakes, man. And got a nerve to preach the Bible. Anyway, in the day of the Lord will take away the finery of the anklets. There go the anklets. The headbands. You know, our women got the head, they got the bonnets and all. Well, it's going to mention bonnets. Nobody does that but our women, man. These East Indians don't even do that, man. These Moabites don't do that. They definitely don't do that. And all these other nations, the Africans don't even do that, man. And crescents, the pendants, the bracelets, and the scarves, you know, the headdresses. And I put this woman up. Now this is like this is what women strive to be. This she's so called a queen, and you man, you have her walk through the neighborhood, she'll be like Judith. Men will be like, well, who I gotta know, I gotta know her, you know. But it's talking about these women too, you know. And really, our women don't even live like this. I mean, they're not, you know. She has makeup on. I mean, this is kind of like art. I'm pretty sure this is based on a real woman though. But she's attractive, but you know, um, even the finest and the richest of our women are cursed, and that don't keep them from being void of the missiles for judgment. Anyway, going back to the curses, it says the hairdressers, the armlets, the sashes, the perfume boxes, and the amulets, the signet rings, and the nose rings. Who's popular for nose rings? I even Googled it. And the first thing to pop up is, tribal women. But it's not Esau popping up, you know? So you know Esau ain't the people. It's mostly ethnic tribal women. But I mean, if you make a specific black women with nose rings, it'll pop up all day. And then they got that bull ring. See, you know, even the stars. All women are known for that. Going back. But Esau is not known for that. And they put up, you might see some of these other tribal women, ethnic. Yeah, where was that before? Well, I put nose ring in the ancient world because Edomites copy us, so. But they're still even not known today to do that much. But these East Indians, and this when you get into heathenistic stuff, and with, like we said, we point out the dreads and all that, the tattoos, tribal mark. That ain't us, man. Jake, even in the when 60s and 70s, even 80s, Jake wasn't getting tattoos, man. If this was a cultural thing, we would have had tattoos all the way through our culture and our history. It was, that's it wasn't, and plus melanin is a form of beauty. So, if you mark your that means, you know, there's a what do you call it? I can't think of it right now, man. Anyway, but see, I'll show you that one picture of that woman. She's all royalty and everything, and but then Jake got to deal with the ratchet, and I just put ratchet women, and it highlights our women. Esau doesn't pull up. These other nations don't pull up. Our women pull up. All these are our women. City girls, you know, and definitely like something like this, a ratchet. You don't want to, man. Come on, man. You don't want this, man. You know, this is this is where we are at today in society with our women and shit. You have a wife and she going out wearing this and shit, man. Come on, man. For makeup, well, it's gonna. I think it's gonna say on down. Let me continue. It says the signet rings and nose rings, the festal robes, the mantles, the cloaks, and the handbags. Gucci, Gabbana, uh, was Chanel, and all those handbags. They even got men carrying that bullshit, man. Like as if they were a woman in the industry. The mirrors, you know, the linen garments, the turbans, and the veils. So even if you got a turban, that don't mean that you're some kind of goddess or anything, man. And goddess is that's not, it is in the Bible, I think, yeah. Um, but the ranking system of our nation is not you being on a man's level. So if a man's a god, you don't have to promote yourself as a goddess because you're already his wife. You're already within the God circle and the God family through the man. Um, that's why we can't be a separate entity from the Most High Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, but we're powerful and important and special in the body of Yahweh Shai. So we don't have to so much, we doing this for truth's sake. But, when the things manifest, it's gonna speak for itself. They're gonna know that we their gods. They're gonna know that we kings and priests. But we just doing this because this lie's been told in the world. And we gotta unravel the lies. It says instead of perfume there would be rottenness, yeah. Down there in the box. Pandora's box down there. Rottenness. Fishy. You know, impurities. And instead of a belt, a rope. What it says in the script, yeah. So basically, careless about it, letting us the most. We probably got the highest obesity rate in America. Our women. Let's see if I just type fat women, see what pops up, or obese women. Well, it's gonna pop up all nations, but let's see. Well, I could just put in black women in it, and it'll speak for itself. A lot of them gonna. Well, they these are famous, picked black women. You know how the industry do. They fat shame this fat shame itself. The industry. Like they told what is her name, Kelly Price, that she was too big. They couldn't use her. But most of these days, our women are beasts. And if they are in shape, by the time they get married and settle down, which they cook a lot during that time, they start running the streets, so they get fat. And it talks about our women not to be busybodies. But you could be a busybody in your house and for your man and cooking and cleaning and take care of the children. But they do busybody stuff outside. They need to be seen. I'm just saying. Instead of belt or rope, instead of well set hair, baldness. Just showed you a video. Well set hair. And I'll read that part. It's a part where it says cows, and I looked up the word cow in the dictionary. I wonder if it's in the King James version or this. But cows mean interweave from the word. Let me get that close up. Interweave, weaving of the hair, the netting of the hair. Shabayai, Shabayai, looks like. I mean, no, it's like Shabas, Yas, Shabba, Shaba Yasa, Shaba Yasa. Uh, Instead of a rich robe, a skirt of sackcloth. Their stomachs bloated, you know, body out of shape, you know. And going back to that, where's that word, cows? I think it says in there. Yeah, I think that's in the regular King James version. Let me do this right here. See, it says scab the crown, smite the Lord will smite the crown, scab, smite with a scab the crown of the head of daughters of Zion, a scab. Not shaving your hair like those Jewish people, them devils do. Small hats, no, man. A scab from that, like I said, that using all that those chemicals and all that. Oh, here go the cows right here, and I looked it up, and cows mean like I just show you, interweave, all that weave. And if you just put weave in, it's pretty much probably most likely gonna pop up black women. Yeah, first thing you see is black women. So these curses fit the children of Israel with the woman and overall, Israel overall. Yeah, our women the only ones deal with weave, you know, interweave, part of the curses, man. You know, and they get weaves from these other nations, the heathens, real heathen hair. I was gonna go back to that. I won't make this long. I'm about to close out. They're round tires like the moon. Some brothers be saying that that's the ass. It makes sense. I mean, you know, you moon somebody, but I looked up tires and it said, the something, the head dressing of the hair, whatever. But that's that department too, because that's all they got. I mean, we told you what booty means. It means spoil. So if a black woman becomes independent and depends on the system and without a family structure and the power of that of her own nation, all she's gonna be doing is showing booty because she ain't got no, and she gonna be selling her ass all over the place with IG and fans only, you know, because that's what booty means. Spoil. That means the goods. The goods. You giving something up for something that happened either by robbery or in our case a nation taking over ours. So now we're spoils, and our women especially. Anyway, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, our women are all into that. The bonnets, the ornaments. If you look up bonnets, our women will pop up there too. Let me see. That's how you know it relates to art. You know, we didn't orchestrate all this internet pop up stuff. You know, you're gonna see black women. um, the tablets and the earrings or the headbands. The rings and the nose jewels, and hey, even with that wedding ring, man, they very specific on that. Like shit, if you ain't got a chance to marry one if they ain't you ain't got no wedding ring for them. The changeable suits of apparel, you know, crisping pins. Let's see what pop up when I put crisping. But they change apparel like crazy, man. They got outfits for days, shoes for days. They got like 100, 200 pair of different shoes in a closet, and probably like five of the same shoe of a different, but in different colors, man. Like damn, like you had that one Martin Lawrence episode where he's waiting. I think he and Gina's shopping for shoes, and he's like, damn, like what the hell? I'm in here. I've been in here like 4 or 5, 6 hours, and then a dude that one of Gina's friends, he went to shop with her, in that same episode. And Martin kind of confronted him like, bro, how you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like you must be swinging the other way, bro, to just you know be willing to stay up here and here and shop for shoes all day and shit. Cause he allowed her, they was childhood friends, so he allowed her to go out with him. But anyway, what I was gonna do, crispin pins. Here's some of the ankle bracelet type of things. They don't really show. They don't really show images. But it ain't them, man. Now they might show some East Indians before that, or some, you know, other nations, but it ain't no Esau. But those other nations were copying us too. Anyway, finishing up, man. The mantles, crisping pins, the wimples, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. Because our people make a fashion out of anything, man. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. Yeah, let's go back to these ratchets, man. I didn't have to put in women. I just put in ratchet, and our women popped up. So don't blame me. Ratchet. Come on, come on. Well, ratchet women. And the black woman. Once again, if you don't want to choose out of this bunch, what's another? Nah, man. Our women are done, man. If you are heading that direction or influenced by women like this, you gotta stop and go the other way, man. Go the hell the other way. Ratchet girls, Don't blame us, you know. That's all y'all want is ratchet and ass and titty, but that's all y'all showing, man. And the Bible talks about the Most High talks about even Yahweh Shai talks about that he got something against that damn witch that calls herself a prophetess Jezebel. She seduces the prophets. So yeah, that's a real thing, man. Like women are pretty as hell. Some of them are fine as hell. They got body, and hey, women, you know, they know how to act nice and lure a man in. And of course, men are gonna be, if he hang around that shit, he gonna fall for that shit because he, you know, we're men. So that's why we separate ourselves from these seductive women like this, these ratchet women, because it's easy to, you know, especially like I said, she's fine as hell. But those are the worst ones, like we know of, you know, and they'll always say it that it'll always be brought out that way that the finest women are most ratchet and the most deceitful, man. But anyway, that's it on